Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate our 30th anniversary, but also to celebrate a special event for our company, Spirotech joining Louvre Group. There's a couple of things that they are very similar between India and Italy. It's a millennial culture, a long, a big heritage, deep traditions. And looking for something to present Mr. Malhotra, I came across Mark Twain's letter, and it says, "India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition." I'm sure Mr. Malhotra will represent this on stage for us.
Unlike our president, Dr. Liberali, pardon me, I do not have the talent to speak without paper. Respected Dr. Liberali, Matteo, members of the board of Louvre, directors of companies, well-wishers, family, friends, and especially family that has come all the way from the United States and from New Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Namaste. Ciao. Thank you for the kind words that you have been showering on me for the last few days. I appreciate it, and I hope that I and Spirotech will live up to it in every measure. This is a very special moment for me and my family. This moment is filled with very pleasant memories. Memories which will be etched in our mind for many years, as long as we live, I guess. This evening, I feel like the father of the bride. I guess you guys have seen the movie, Father of the Bride. I am proudly standing before you to hand over Spirotech, the most beautiful creation which I have nursed and nurtured from birth to adulthood with tender, loving care. Yes, Spirotech has come of age and is ready and willing to become a part of the Louvre family. Spirotech was born in 1994. But was conceived many, many years earlier. In 1956, at the age of 16, and with $500 available to me, and with many dreams, I set sail for the New World, otherwise known as America. Yes, in those days, there still were sailing passenger ships, and I did come to America by sea, not by flying. Thanks to the generosity of US universities with scholarships, and of course, supplemented in great measure by part-time and summer work, I was able to complete my studies in mechanical engineering up to and including the PhD. But I did more than study. In those years, I learned some critical skills that would stand me very well in business in later years, especially the critical years of cash flow planning and how to increase your income and reduce your costs. I guess that is something that is one of the fundamental things one does in business. Thereafter, armed with a doctorate, I worked in highly reputed companies, blue chip companies in America, and was exposed to the virtues of free enterprise and entrepreneurship, and determined to create an enterprise of my own. I returned to India to be with my family, but in the India of those days, the government economic policies were socialist in orientation, and I could not get past the entry barrier to start a manufacturing company. You are familiar with the Old Testament, which says, "For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to plant and a time to harvest." This is so true in my case. In the years I spent in the corporate world, the Government of India did not encourage entrepreneurship and small business enterprises. Sadly, the business climate in India was not ripe or ready for Spirotech to be born. But seasons come and seasons go. And in the early 1990s, a fresh wind was blowing in India. It was the dawn of a new era when the Indian government unlocked the shackles and swung open the doors of free enterprise. That gush of fresh air was exhilarating. That boy of 16 who had sailed to America with a head full of dreams had come of age. I was then 55 years, young and yearning to go. And like Moses, I too had glimpsed the promised land. Spirotech was born in 1994, in the leanest years of my life. I had no money, period. Since I did not want Spirotech to be burdened with debt, I did not rush to the nearest bank to borrow money. Strange but true, having first-hand knowledge of my integrity and planning capabilities, the state government of Rajasthan approached me and invited me to set up a factory in the state of Rajasthan on very favorable terms. A few friends and relatives also pitched in with equity. To keep expenses low, the corporate office was set up on the second floor of my home. My young colleague, Mr. S. Srinivasan, shared these ideas and joined as the second founder director of Spirotech. In June 1994, Spirotech Heat Exchangers Private Limited was incorporated in Delhi. We assembled a young team which basically is still together. Starting with undeveloped land, a manufacturing plant was operational in Bhiwadi, Rajasthan in January 1996. Unfortunately, Srini could not join us here today due to unavoidable family commitments, but he was very much a pillar that I leaned on all these years while Spirotech progressed. My dear wife, Nina, who is here this evening and has traveled from Delhi, played a pivotal role in helping and encouraging me in my new role as an entrepreneur. In the difficult years that followed, I began to have doubts whether I would be successful in making the changeover from an employee to entrepreneur. But Nina was steadfast and stood by me and kept reminding me that I had the skills, the passion, and the zeal to achieve my dreams. I am grateful for Nina's support. I call myself a tinkering engineer. To customers, they call me innovative. I keep pondering, wondering, drawing, designing, constructing, reconstructing coils in all shapes and sizes. I tinker with the status quo. My head is a cauldron on a boil churning new ideas. Ideas on how to improve quality, ideas on how to keep costs down, ideas on how to save money for my customers, ideas on how to keep my employees committed and satisfied, ideas on how to make customers more happy. These are the thoughts uppermost in my mind. Magis is a Latin word which means more and better. At Spirotech, my team strives to give our customers magis, more than is expected, and better products than our competitors. Spirotech is developed to deliver world-class, high-precision premium products, efficiently designed for durability and superior functioning. On the world stage, Spirotech is acclaimed as a center of excellence for small coils. To tell you about Spirotech's strengths, I will share a small story with you. A mother and her 4-year-old daughter were sitting in a coffee shop. The little child was excitedly telling her mother about the things she did in class. But the mother was looking at the menu and uttering aha a few times from time to time. The child stopped the mother. "You're not listening." The mother assured her that she was and was listening to each and every word. The child insisted, "You are not." And the mother assured her again, "No." Then the little girl said, "Mother, you're not looking at me. You're not listening with your eyes." In Spirotech, we listen with our ears and our eyes. And in truth, Spirotech listens to our customers with all our senses and feeling. Since we feel our customers' needs, we are able to walk that extra mile for our customers. Spirotech habitually delivers more than customers expect from us, and that is why once a Spirotech customer, always a Spirotech customer. Walking that extra mile for each customer doesn't exhaust us because the fundamental principles that govern Spirotech is a people-oriented company. Our principles are grounded in people, which include our employees, our customers, and all other stakeholders. Happy employees, they say, make happy customers, and I'm sure that's correct. Soon after our start, we realized that the winds of globalization were blowing. Our customers, our competitors, and our suppliers could be close at hand, but could be thousands of miles away. There was no room for complacency. To maximize growth, we decided to enter new markets. We selected trade fairs as our way of entry. The first show we displayed at was what people call EKK or IKK, the predecessor of Chillventa. And the first show that we attended was in Essen in 1996, which you can see is 20 years ago. Since then, we have exhibited at every show in IKK and then in Chillventa. The decision has enabled us to grow and our worldwide exports are 75% of our sales. Spirotech is not a crusty old company who are set in their ways. Instead, we remain nimble and flexible, always adapting, adopting, and adjusting to changing times. Indeed, we believe in creating the positive changes required and which we foresee. Spirotech has set itself very high benchmarks which make it difficult for others to copy. Passion, zeal, and innovative ideas cannot be bought off the shelf. Spirotech's core strength is research and innovation. Spirotech's core values are based on ethics and integrity. Investing in passion, zeal, integrity, Spirotech is high not only on innovative ideas, but also high on quality. Year after year, our list of customer lists keeps growing, and their needs, however demanding, open new challenges to innovate, making us world leaders in our field for innovation. Finding a suitor. It was a difficult phase to find a suitable suitor. The father of the bride has to find a suitor. Like the father of the bride, I too was closely scrutinizing each potential suitor. I was looking for suitors who shared similar values with Spirotech. And then Sri and I, in March, had the privilege of meeting Mr. Liberali Inigo and all the other members of the board of Louvet. I recognized a far-sighted, grounded leader with great humility, integrity, and technical capabilities, who believed in innovation like I did. Louvet has a great board, management, personnel, and a great team. When we were here in March, Matteo and his team were kind enough to show us their efficiently run plants located in and around Milan. They also showed us their excellent test facilities and R&D activities. They make products similar to ours, but many, many more that we do not make. Instantly after meeting the Liberali family, there was a connect, to use the English word, with each other, which built a bond of trust and friendship. We discovered that both the founder of Louvet and I started our respective careers at the age of 55. Similar to the Louvet group, Spirotech is a combination of experience, forward-thinking, and innovation. And through this merger, our families have forged a relationship that we valued very deeply. If marriages are made in heaven, then obviously Louvet and Spirotech are made for each other. Spirotech brings with it a world-class plant on a 10-acre plant site with room for expansion. We bring great customers, an efficient and stable management team, a wealth of intellectual property. With years to come, will add to Louvet Group's dominance as a world leader in the HVAC field. Spirotech, I'm sure, will remain a star in the Louvet Group and in the Liberali Fagioli families. Thank you for a very patient hearing. We look forward very much to the years ahead being a part of the Louvet Group and the Louvet family, and I'm sure that everyone will be pleased at this great decision that has been jointly taken by our respective families. Thank you so much.